Welcome to the 2% Club. I'm Rach Hirsch, investor, operator, and wellness obsessive in every sense of the word. This show is where wellness and business finally get to sit at the same table. Every week, I talk with the people shaping what we buy, how we move, what we eat, and the rituals we swear by. If you're building in wellness or if you're wildly curious about where the industry is headed, you're in the right place. Let's get started. Welcome back to the 2% Club podcast. I'm Rachel Hirsch, and this is my good friend Rumi.
Hi, I'm Rumi. I go by Emergency on all socials and have the Emergency Room podcast.
Wait, how did that come to be? How did your name turn from Rumi to Emergency?
It's actually a really funny story.
Okay, can't wait.
Because no one gets it. But the Emergency is actually just like my name backwards. I was like 17 at the time.
Whoa.
Yeah. I was trying to find some kind of username because I'm like, I'm going to be on social media. I'm going to make my mark.
Stop.
And I'm like,
how did you know? Sorry, interrupting you already. How did you know you were going to be on social media?
I grew up watching YouTube.
Okay.
Like I was watching all the vloggers. I was watching everything.
Sector specific or just like everything?
Literally everything. Like vlogs, story times, gaming videos,
Whoa.
everything.
Okay.
And I'm like, I want to do that. Doctor? No. Lawyer? No. I'm going to be on the internet telling my business.
I love this. How did your parents feel?
They were actually really supportive.
Okay, I love this.
They're like, as long as you're happy and you make money, then like do whatever you want.
Into that.
Yeah.
Okay. And so then?
Oh yeah. I was like, I need a name that has like my name, but I still want to be kind of mysterious. Like I want Rumi to myself.
It is mysterious.
So I'm like, let me just flip it around. It'd be Emer, and like, what sounds good with Emer? Emergency. Ah.
What sounds good?
No, it's crazy because like no one knows how to pronounce it. Rebrand pending, maybe, but yeah, that's me.
Okay. I don't know that a rebrand needs to be pending. I'm into it. It needs to be explained for like the elder folk like me.
I think it needs to be explained for everyone because literally no one.
So much.
I have people that have watched my videos for like years that come up to me like, I'm your Regency? I'm like, oh.
Wait, you don't ever like introduce yourself?
I say it in every video, every podcast.
So then that's like on them.
You know, I thought that at first, but it happens so often. I'm like, all right, it's time to point the finger inward.
Okay, maybe we do a whole reel and like short that you put on YouTube that is
just like a pronunciation.
Yeah, like let me break this down for you.
Right. I like this idea. I like where we're going.
There's a musical artist that I really like, and for so long this is horrifying that I'm admitting this, but I Googled when she'd introduce herself because I wasn't sure how to say her name, and she's like an indie artist, like not anyone huge, and I just kept listening to it over and over to make sure I could say her name right. So people like me might really appreciate
Who's the artist? Who's the artist?
Mahalia.
Okay.
But like not like old school. This was like years ago when she's like a legit artist now. But
that's how I feel about Leve.
Oh, see, I'm not going enough.
See,
have you Googled how to
say it? Yes. I went to her concert and like I'm going to make sure I get this right.
This right.
Because it's like Laufey. How would you think that's pronounced?
I'm so dyslexic. That one's never coming out ever.
I called her Luffy for years.
Yeah.
But it's Leve. It's Icelandic.
Okay, I was like, wait, that is not English. Not that is not phonetic.
No, but me and we share the same struggle. We understand each other.
Okay, so you two you're gonna have her on your podcast, and you're gonna do a whole phonetic.
It's gonna be amazing.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Okay, so you knew you were gonna be on social. How did this turn into podcasting?
Yeah, so podcasting is a fairly recent development. I'm not gonna lie. It's been like a year now.
But you've blown up. So can I give context? I met him at a Spotify event. I was not invited because of this podcast. I was invited for other reasons, but I met him because he is that successful that he was invited by Spotify.
Okay. I feel like you ran that room. I loved that event. It was so much fun.
Very generous. But you were like legit merit invited. I snuck into that.
Please.
So you've blown up. So we're not going to downplay it. How have you blown up? How did this all come to be?
Well, I started off on YouTube. So my biggest platform is YouTube. That's my bread and butter. And have many different eras over there. I was like a college vlogger back in college. Cool. Then did like show reviews for a while and then started doing like more commentary and social commentary. And I feel like people were really messing with those videos, but like, we're like, we want more. Can we make them a little longer? Can we please? I'm like, okay, how can I do that? Because I'm not going to like make an hour-long YouTube video. So I'm like, let me try podcasting.
What is the ideal length for a YouTube video?
Between like 15 and like 25 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's like my attention span. I'm really into that.
No, right. I love that for me.
Yeah.
But people wanted more. So I'm like, okay, let's try and see what we can do to get it to an hour. And that produced the emergency room.
Do you get nervous that you're going to run out of things to say? Or, like, how...
All the time. I'm like, you still want to listen?
So how do you, like, prep for it? How does it go from your 25-minuters to an hour long? Like, what do you add in or, yeah.
I think it's just, like, honestly trying to see where I can expand more.
Okay.
Like, looking at, for most of my videos, it's, like, about pop culture. It's about, like, things going on in the world. And I feel like I have a lovely researcher that I work with. Shout out Brianna, who works really hard to craft and, like, storytell and figure out how we can best tell a story on YouTube. When it comes to expanding it for podcasts, though, it's like, okay, what in this can we, like, dig into a little bit more? What requires a little bit more nuance? Because I feel like everything is just so, as we're gonna probably talk about, like, everything has so many layers.
Right.
So figuring out where to expand there.
You're really skilled at the, like, what people are going to be most interested in. Even I'm a boomer. Pop culture is so far out of my realm of base of knowledge. But as I was going through your videos, I was like, oh, I'm interested in this. I'm interested in this. Like, it's very impressive.
Thank you. I'm worried all the time that I'm a flop. So.
Oh, no. But isn't that also, like, part of it? It's like every single one can't be a hit.
Yeah.
Or, like, I don't know, maybe they are.
They're not. How do you deal with that? Like, how do you, like, come up with ideas? Because I feel like all of your ideas are so, like, salient to, like, wellness and just lifestyle. Like, I was going through your podcast. I'm like, these are things I want to know. These are all interesting conversations.
It's the word vomit of my brain. Is mostly how these come to be. Like, I get on rants. I get so angry sometimes. Like, ClassPass was legit anger. My Peloton one from this week was, like, legit anger that I just wanted to dig into. And I'm lucky that my whole job is, like, getting to dig into wellnessy things.
Yes.
Like, so it doesn't feel like I'm necessarily rabbit holing, even though I absolutely am.
You're going down the right rabbit holes.
Right, these are rabbit holes that
people want to know.
You're the best. Okay, so I want to dig into wellness a little bit because I think that there is finally this massive crossover between, like, I'm no longer this crunchy hippie to you, I hope. That there is, like, finally this crossover of wellness and pop culture. And I think it's super interesting to see how it infiltrates, like, TikTok and other generations and all of that. And I'd love, like, high-level hot take, but then you have, like, some real spicy ones that I want to dig into.
Ooh, high-level hot take? Dang. I feel like, for one, my general one is I feel like luxury fitness is a scam.
That was that. We can start there. We can totally start there.
I have others.
We can start there.
I think the co-opting of matcha into wellness is
oh my God, say it louder. This one, yes.
So loud and so wrong. Like, there is, I feel like we are truly getting away from what makes matcha great. You know? It's gotten too popular and so diluted. Like, there are so many places making so much matcha that's actually just, like, so bad.
Starbucks, case in point.
Terrible.
Take it off the menu.
I have friends that are like, I hate matcha. I'm like, where have you gotten it? Like, Starbucks. I'm like, you had grass water. You did not have matcha.
But actually.
Yeah. So yeah, that.
Okay. Can we go back to fitness? I have so many things here. Oh my gosh, Will you, like, high level layer me as to, like, what your thesis is on this?
I feel
and why?
I multi-level. I have a whole video on this.
I know, and I liked it.
I think luxury fitness is intentionally exclusionary, and does not always have the scientific basis to justify the price that it's being put at. You know, I think it's more of a community thing, which love community. I think everyone should go and do their things to build their own community. But, like, when you're charging it at a price point and also valuing it at such a high point culturally and, like, societally, there needs to be some kind of actual benefit towards, like, people that are using it, you know?
Okay, I'm not at all disagreeing, but there's this weird phenomenon happening where, like, the middle is falling out. And I think it's happening outside of wellness as well, like the middle in general. Yeah. It's just, it no longer exists. And so I think it becomes really hard when people are willing to pay astronomical prices for their wellness, their fitness, whatever it is. And then now there's no middle. It's like, what happens to wellness and fitness, and how does it make a comeback, or does it not? Like, I don't. Yeah. Because part of the reason I thought the run clubs were doing so well is because for the younger demographic who doesn't have thousands of dollars to spend on it per month, they're like, this is a free option. I get my community, I got my fitness, like, it hits all the boxes. Is there
like run clubs, but other places cost money because you need the physical space. Like
Mhm.
what happens?
I think run clubs are interesting. I love run clubs. I
Okay.
go to run clubs all the time.
Oh,
Shout out to Keep It Run 100
okay.
here in
Love
LA.
that.
But I think run clubs charge too sometimes.
Oh, I didn't know this.
I've seen some run
Oh.
clubs that actually charge. And I'm like, the rapper Gunna?
Yeah.
He has a charged run club. I think he
Wait,
paid like
he has a
$70.
run club?
Yes. He like travels across the country and like hosts a run club.
There is so much to unpack. See, this
Yeah.
is the crossover that's
Yeah.
happening. At what point? Mel Robbins just came out with a protein drink. Like, at what point?
When do it become like
What's going on?
Right.
But, okay, so is he like an avid runner?
Apparently. Like his whole thing was like he used to be bigger and then he went to jail and like he lost a lot of weight and he got like a lot more attention because like he's fine now. And everyone was like worried about, or not worried, everyone was looking for his fitness journey, like, oh, what'd you do to like lose the weight,
He was in jail. He wasn't doing much.
you know? And now he's like, oh, I run a lot, like this is my thing. So he's been hosting like run clubs across the country. Like he's done one in New York, I think he's done one in Miami might be misinformation, I know definitely New
Wait,
York.
I love misinformation.
Spreading misinformation on the internet. And yeah, he recently came to LA and some of my friends
you
went.
go?
I did not. Some of my friends did. And they did pay the $70.
What does it get you?
It gets you the chance to run with Gunna.
I mean, okay, so like, here's my thing. Some fitness events, some workouts, they cost you that much. So
Yeah.
I'm not like throwing shade.
I am.
Okay, great. I'm into this. But I don't, like, so many run clubs are also sponsored. So you get
Yeah.
goodies or they're paid already. So that's why it can be free because, you know, like the leaders still, it's their time.
Yeah.
I have feelings about that. Can we get into this Mel Robbins drink situation?
Yes.
Or
Because what is going on?
Why is she someone you would buy a protein drink from?
I don't think so, no. I don't think there are many people I'd buy protein drinks from.
I mean, maybe I'm closer to her age demographic and I still wouldn't. Like, I don't think there's nothing wrong with her appearance physically, but I'm not looking at her being like, yep, that's what I want to look like in the next 10 years.
Yeah. Has she been on like a fitness journey where like that makes sense, or was it like
I'm not a Mel Robbins girly, but I'm in a bunch of like wellness groups and it has come up in everyone's
really?
Yeah, and there's like questions about how it came to be because the IP used to be someone else's. There's like all these conspiracy theories that I'm into. But it's just like wellness has spread.
It has. I feel like it definitely is like the trend now to hop on things because like wellness is cool. Like you're saying, like it used to be like crunchy granola, and like those vibes. But like now it's like cool to be like well and to be into fitness and to be in all the things. And like I have a whole other thing I want to talk about is the proteinification of everything.
Of everything.
Like the protein bowls at Chipotle in Cava.
Wait, I literally just wrote my Substack on this.
Really?
So, there, Olive Garden, like there are all, but I actually think that's a GLP-1 repercussion. There's these weird. Wait, I want to pin. Is it actually everyone like being actually well is cool? But the protein thing, I think, is a repercussion of GLP-1s. I have this whole thesis that I think 30% of Americans are going to be on GLP-1s, and then the needs from there are like muscle mass, which people are saying is protein, although there's so much more than just protein. And then are you actually digesting all of the protein? Like, are you absorbing it? Are they real protein sources? How much do you actually need? Like, I'm 5'2", I'm a woman. Sure, I'm getting towards perimenopause, but like, I don't think I need that much protein that they're telling me to have.
Like, it's carnivorous, actually.
Quite literally.
Have you seen the ads for the bowls? Like, it's just like a pound of meat on them. Like, it's crazy.
Gnarly.
And yeah, I don't know if many people need that much protein.
Yeah.
Like, I know like protein is important and essential for muscle mass and like developing muscle and all that, but like it gets to a point, you know?
There's so many, it's going to ebb and flow. Like fiber was the thing we needed more of, and like protein. But I do think the GLP-1s are an interesting piece to it because will this sort of like cycle last longer because of that?
Yeah.
They were even saying that, I'm going to mess up which fast casual restaurant, but like an Olive Garden or Applebee's type.
Yeah.
They're making their portion smaller now.
Really?
Because that people want more protein, but they don't have the appetite to eat as much. And I'm thinking like, I don't know, let's say it is Applebee's. That's like middle America food. that's the crux of GLP-1 use. Like, it's just a wild phenomenon to me.
Yeah.
If I keep using my hands, this mic is not going to be here in 5 minutes. Okay. Do you think, though, actually being well is cool, or it's like a flex of, like, this is theoretically well?
I think it's a mix of both.
Okay.
I think with, like, you know, I hate to be like social media, but like
I love
with like social media, like I think we're existing in a time where being thin is back in, and getting thin in the process of that is like really marketable, both on like social media from like a creator standpoint, and also is interesting from like a viewer standpoint, because like people aren't making content for no reason. Like, it's getting the views, it's getting the clicks. Like, people are interested to see like, oh, what's your workout routine, or like, oh, what are you eating in a day? And I think that narrative is, in my opinion, is like driving that like coolness towards wellness. And the people crave community, and like we talk about, like these workout classes, these things that are like traditional pillars of like modern cool wellness,
Right.
all involve like going to a Pilates class, going to a run club, doing all of the things that make you seem cool and make you seem like you're really on your wellness journey, like having your green juice, going to Erewhon, doing all those things. Yeah.
I'm really anti.
You're anti Erewhon?
Mm-hmm.
What's your hot take?
I'm nervous to get into it because it's like, this is an off-record conversation. I'm really sorry, everyone, but I am. And if you double tap into it offline with me, I will totally dig in with you.
Yeah.
Oi. But, okay, can I ask like a really pointed question?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that part of that is actually because it's a signal of wealth to some degree? Like, you're not going to Pilates isn't cheap. An Erewhon green juice absolutely isn't cheap.
No.
Like, that's my rent.
Yeah.
Is it because Pilates is actually cool, or is it because it's a signal like, I have money to spend?
Oh, it's for sure like a status symbol. Like, I don't know if people would post it if it didn't get you like the cool points, you know? Like,
Yeah,
do you
it's just
post
sort of
yourself
defeating.
brushing your teeth? Like,
I love brushing my teeth. I floss like 4 times a day, so I'm the
Love.
wrong person.
click the story to see you flossing your teeth.
It's wild.
But it's like I think it's definitely like supposed to flex, like, oh yeah, I can either afford to do this, or like this is like my life. And it's something that people talk about, like when you're catching up with someone, like, oh, I saw you went to like Pilates, or I saw you've been working out, like, oh, what class do you go to? Like, it's a thing.
Okay, this is such a boomer question of me, but so I'm not even an elder millennial. I just identify as an elder millennial. I've been telling people I'm 40 for like 10 years now.
Please.
I'm not.
Spiritually, I am 40.
Spiritually, I'm 80, but okay. But so I was brought up by parents who were more traditional in that sense of saving. You buy a home, that type of like sort of more old school that it is not a thing anymore. Now I feel like I'm nervous to pay for Pilates because it's like in my mind I should be saving. But I feel like my Gen Z and younger friends are like, I'm not buying a home. That's a dumb thing to save for.
Yeah.
So it's like this weird mix of social status things changing also.
Yeah. I think buying a house, I made a whole video on this.
I can't wait. Let's unpack it all, please.
Buying a house for Gen Z just kind of seems like out the way. Like, that seems like something that's not even, like, that's like winning the lottery, you know, at this point, because housing is so expensive
It's dumb.
and like inconvenient, to be honest.
Buying
Because
a
like
home is a hoax, I'll tell you that.
it's a whole bunch of work and a whole bunch of fees, and like you still got to do the maintenance on top. Like, I would rather just live in an apartment.
And you're stuck there. Like,
Yeah,
now
yeah.
I feel I love my home, but what if it's not convenient geographically for me? I don't have an option. I
Right.
locked in my interest rate and I'm not moving.
Like, you're there.
Yeah.
I change my mind every 5 minutes. Like,
Right.
it was a battle for me to re-sign my lease. That I literally just did it this week. I'm like,
Good for
should
you.
I move? I really want to move, but I'm like, you know what? It's smarter to just stay in one place. And like, if I'm a homeowner, like, that's not even a question.
This is like, we're really going down a rabbit hole, but it's something that I'm so interested in. Do you think that in 20 years then housing market will be like almost cheap because no one wants to buy one?
I hope so.
You do
Yes.
want to buy one.
It's a roundabout
Whoa,
way.
Okay. Oh my goodness, wait, that was amazing. Okay, and then what do you think of credit card debt and all of that? Because, well, if you're not buying a home, your credit score really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I'm whispering that one, but it's sort of true.
Yeah.
So then, is that part of the reason I think that the usage of credit cards and like is so high and prolific? Or
I don't know about that specifically.
Okay.
But if I were to infer, I would think like they could be kind of related. Like I feel like there's also like a lot more things to buy. Like I feel like we're a lot more of a like a consumeristic
Fair.
society and a generation than previous generations, because there's like we're constantly being advertised to. There's so many things to buy. Everything is a subscription service. Like you need to put your card down for so much, and there's so much like buy now pay later,
So fair.
and so little like financial literacy being taught to like younger generations. So I feel like we're kind of set up in that sense.
Right. But do you think with the do you think that you guys are more defensible consumers, i.e., like less susceptible to recession? Like your buying habits will continue because you're such a more consumeristic
Mhm.
generation?
Honestly, I'm not sure, because this is our first. Can we say that we're in a recession?
We definitely are.
Okay, this is our like first recession we're going through, and I feel like our spending habits, at least for the people that are in my circles, have been like shrinking. We've been spending less. It doesn't necessarily mean that we're spending. Wait, how do I want to say this? We're still spending on a lot of things, but we're spending less on the things that we're spending
Oh.
on. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like
Interesting.
the net's still wide, but like the amount we're putting towards
Right.
different things is smaller.
Because I think for my generation, the dollar amount spent might be slightly less,
Mhm.
but closer to the same, and it's just the number of things that they're buying is less because prices have gone up.
Yeah. That is a whole other
Interesting.
thing. Like prices for things are all going up on everything.
I know I sound like a boomer, but whenever I look at eggs at the grocery, I'm like, I can't afford eggs anymore.
No, like it's crazy.
When did this happen?
When did this happen? Actually,
I
it's
can tell you actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I find it interesting. I think this is so nerdy of me, but I think economists have a really hard time predicting now because the younger generations are so vastly different than older generations in terms of spend. And so how do you forecast what will happen to the economy if maybe the younger generations are more defensible in their spend? I don't know. I just think it's fascinating.
I think it's really interesting because I feel like we're more likely to spend on experiences than like the traditional markers of like landmark things that you're supposed to spend on. Like we won't buy a house, but like we'll go on trips with our friends, or we'll like go to wellness classes, like fitness classes, to like either feel good about ourselves, to want to brag on social media, or whatever, what have you.
Right.
But like you feel like you're getting a tangible bang for your buck, as opposed to like putting something aside for however many years that may not even come to fruition, you know?
Yeah, you're really making me regret this house buying thing.
You are setting yourself up. You know you're in finance. The generational wealth that this generation may not have.
Well, theoretically, but okay, so the nerdy side of me, I keep modeling out because housing prices are so expensive, and I'm very lucky I locked in a rate that's very low, so there's like that trade-off. But housing prices are so much more expensive now than they were, even if you take into account inflation, than my parents' generation, for example. And so then will there be that same return, or is it just that I'm locking in my theoretical rent for the foreseeable future? Because I question if it is still the same type of wealth generator that it used to be. I don't know that I think it is.
That's so
Hot take
interesting.
of the day.
Wait, say more. Like, what do you mean?
So, like, when my parents, who's ever, like that generation, although our parents are definitely different generations.
I'm a Gen X parent, yes.
When they bought homes, we're like, for real clarity, middle America, we're just like picking numbers, nothing. Let's say it was $250,000, and then they sold it for 3x that.
Yeah.
That's like $500,000 gain, theoretically, over the course of 20 years. You're telling me that most homes, even in middle America now, are, let's just call it for even numbers, $1 million.
Yeah.
You're telling me that that's going to be $3 million in 20 years? That feels wild.
It feels insane, yeah.
It doesn't feel plausible. And I hope, selfishly, that I'm wrong, but I do think that there will be this factor of the demand declining to some degree, and so there can't be those gains. And in 20 years, I'll let you know if my house is worth that.
We'll circle back.
Yeah, like part 2, we'll go on a holiday. I'll take you on holiday. Yes! That's the case. Like, we're going to celebrate.
Going on this retreat.
Yep, there we go. See?
Yep.
Okay, so experiential things. How do you see wellness infiltrating pop culture more and more?
I think we see it all the time in like when I'm saying pop culture, I'm speaking about like the internet.
I love that.
We see it more and more in just like the trends we have. Like I always reference the time, or at least for me, in pop culture when like Pilates and stuff really came to the forefront for me and my For You page. Sorry, was I think it was either the Met Gala. It had to have been like the Met Gala when Lori Harvey was being interviewed, and the interviewer was like, "Oh, how'd you get your body?" And she's like, Pilates. It's all Pilates. I'm like, oh, that shifted the brain chemistry of me and many others because after that, I was seeing Pilates content everywhere.
Oh, whoa.
And I think moments like that, I'm like blanking right now on the rest.
Athleisure?
Yeah.
Is that socially acceptable still or less so now?
I feel like that's going out, and I kind of hate that.
I know, look at me.
I love athleisure.
So, but I think the rise of athleisure
Yeah.
also helped with that. But why is it going out?
I have many theories for this.
Wait, tell me.
I don't know how political you get on the
It's okay, we
on
can
the
get
pod.
political.
I think the rise of conservatism, like
Oh.
culturally, I think everyone wants to be, or not everyone, but like society is like prioritizing more put togetherness and uniformity and being more proper in that sense. And I think athleisure is kind of like the antithesis to that a little bit because it's more lax. It's more like chill. It's more like not as put together.
Right. Can I give you my hot take on that?
Yeah.
I think that, and this is not factually validated, but I think that we're seeing more and more diagnoses of spectrum type things. And I don't know if it's that the diagnoses are just getting better or if there's actually an increase and a rise in individuals with some sort of spectrum diagnosis. But so much of the things that are supportive for that are like sensory things.
Yeah.
And so soft clothes, hi, like case in point. But like you putting me in some corset isn't going to help me show up better in this society.
Exactly. Like
So,
we're going to pull up and do the same work. I'm just going to be more comfortable.
right.
I don't support the anti-athleisure movement.
Okay, thank you.
I got a matching set the other week, and I'm really sad that I feel bad wearing it out to like the mall in public now because 5 years ago, 10 years ago, it would have been fine.
I think that's like how you know I've really aged out of being remotely cool is that I couldn't care less. It's like the older I
Like-
get, the less I care.
Bring back comfort and just not feeling bad about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that should be 10 out of 10 this year.
What's like your favorite, this might be part of the conversation. What's like your favorite like set to wear? Like, do you believe in like the matching set of it all? Or you're like, I'm just going to be comfortable however?
I tend to end up wearing like monotone things. They're never exactly matches, but of the same color
Yeah.
scheme. And I just care about softness and things that aren't too tight. So I end up sizing up even if it doesn't fit me right. But that's like my body, my choice.
Comfort.
Let it go
Yeah.
live.
Yeah. Like, God forbid you want to be comfortable.
Right.
Like,
You know? Okay. Can we talk about a little bit of generational differences in terms of wellness, how that bleeds into like dating, showing up in workspaces, maybe even?
no, I love that we're here. Because first and foremost, I think it's no secret to anyone that like the dating sphere right now, trash.
Yeah.
Terrible. I think the reasons why it's trash vary from person to person. I feel like everyone's going to tell you a different story. The stories may rhyme, but everyone has like a different reason as to why things are so bad. For me, I think it's because people just are, one, like too afraid to show up authentically and to show up honestly, both for themselves and for others.
Right.
And like getting to like the Love Island of it all, I feel like that was at the time a very good example of like a lot of the issues with dating,
Right.
with people like overcommitting, not really stating their intentions truly and honestly. Like if you just want to have sex, you can just say that. You don't have to like hide that behind
So
like,
much nicer.
I love you, I think you're the one for me, like I really see us being endgame. Like, no, you don't. You want to hit for one night and call it that. Like, just say that. Like, and I think it's a lot of healing that needs to be done, both for our generation, like Gen Z, and for like all generations. I think therapy is great for everyone.
Say
But
it
I think
louder.
especially for like dating, people don't think like, oh, maybe some of the things that I experienced as a kid or like growing up impact how I show up today and how I show up in like one of the most vulnerable states and relationships that I'm trying to build in my life, and that being a relationship.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay, so how do you think that is? I notice there is, okay, for example, more single women in the US the past few years than single men have bought homes, which to me is just less a gender indicator and more just there are more single women.
Yeah.
And they're not feeling like they need to get married in order to do what they used to have to be able to do.
Yeah.
Do you think that becomes even more prolific with younger generations as a result of this?
I think so. I think there's not really a reason to, there is not much pressure, I'll say, to like get into a relationship early. And I think we've been seeing a lot on social media recently, or at least I've been seeing on my For You page a lot of older women saying like, oh, I regret getting married early, or I regret having kids as early as I did. Like, I want to live life more. I wish I would have spent more time doing those things. And at least the women on my For You page and the women in my life are really strongly for like, I'm going to wait. I'm going to get my life together how I want it. And when I feel like it's time to actually like settle down or whatever that means, I'm going to do that, but I'm not going to like rush or like be in any sort of pressure to do that, you know?
Do you think then that your generation maybe has less of a desire to have kids, or is that not correlated?
I don't think anyone's trying to have kids. That's expensive.
I don't disagree.
Like, that's so expensive.
Who can afford it?
Who can afford to have kids? Like, we're talking about the cost of eggs. Like, affording a kid for at least 18 years. Wild. And then, like, it's not just 18 years.
Oh, no.
You're paying, that's like life. I still hit up my mom and be like, hey, Mom.
Not even that, but like the anxiety that I still create for my parents. Like, bless them. Even if it's not financial, it's like you are so on your parents' mind well beyond 18.
Exactly. For life. Like, that's a lifelong commitment.
There's a lot of wrinkles.
Okay. And I don't know anyone who's like really jumping to do that right now. I do have friends that have had kids recently. Love that for them. I just don't think that that's a priority right now. And I know that there are a lot of statistics and like powers that be that are really nervous about that. I also think that there's not a lot available for young parents to actually like thrive and succeed in like the economy right now. So.
Totally.
What's your take, like, as someone that's like seen more, like, do you
okay.
like
no, it's so good. Keep going.
Like, I lost my train of thought halfway
Sorry.
through. Do you like see that for yourself and like for people like your peers as well, or?
Okay, I have a really hot take here, which is part of like my curiosity. Is, well, I'll give the full first blanket caveat. I never want kids, never have, never will have them. But for my generation, I think that's like a little bit new and maybe even odd. Something that when I was dating, I'd have to like very openly say like, hey, like, this can be fun, but if you ever want something more serious, like, you also have to like understand that this isn't something you're going to change your mind about. Okay, so this is like not to get so derailed, but girls are starting to get their periods younger and younger. And so theoretically, you would think that prime baby making years are younger and younger. But as you know, everyone's starting to want, if they're wanting to have kids, it's later and later. And so that like doesn't match. Like, if you can only have kids until you're 18 and you don't want to have them until you're 38, like there's just this huge gap.
Right.
So I think it's a super interesting phenomenon, especially as it is wildly expensive to have kids, just like sort of what that means. And you're seeing, this isn't just an America thing, you're seeing in other countries too, like there are incentives to have children. And I think at one point, even Trump talked about that. Different conversation for a different day. But I have friends who, I have a good friend right now, she's moving back to France just to have kids because they have childcare support for when the kids are young. And that's just like a part of even not being a citizen, but living there, being a resident.
Yeah.
That's a part of their, like, what they offer as a country. So I don't know. I think if anything, it would be like a state by state situation, but it's really interesting. And I think something we probably should talk about more.
For sure. I think it's so interesting that like people are leaving the country for like different things. Like people go to Turkey for hair transplants, going to France to have babies because everything's better elsewhere.
Can we talk about the Turkey thing? Because both veneers and hair transplants.
Yes.
What is unpack it for me.
People go everywhere for everything. But there has been like a rise in like medical tourism. Specifically, I don't want to say it's solely due to TikTok and social media, but that definitely helped in like getting the word out.
Right.
Where like people are going to Turkey to either get hair transplants, full body scans, and just like comprehensive healthcare because it's affordable over there
Whoa.
and it's like good quality work, which I think is so interesting because people are like, yeah, the amount that I paid for like a flight and for like a full body scan in Turkey is like fractions of what they would pay for like a regular checkup or anything like that in the US,
Crazy.
which is insane. Yeah.
The full body scan piece, like outside of the veneers and the hair loss, is super interesting because if people are going for just more traditional healthcare,
Yeah.
that is a super.
It's I'm glad that it's good over there, but it is an indicator of what's going on over here.
Yeah.
The veneers are a different story, though. I feel like you got to be careful about who plays in your teeth because those are bones. And I don't think people acknowledge teeth as bones like that. But, like, you can't go to everyone for that.
My hope for 2026 is the veneers are out. I love teeth. We've already been there once in this episode. But veneers are out. I also sort of hope Pilates is out. I keep hearing this, like, grumblings of Pilates being out and a resurgence of hot yoga, and I'm here for it because it just means like people want to be really one with their body and their mental, and like we need more of that.
Yes, I'm so down for that because Pilates is a lot. I've tried it. I've tried to get into like the Pilates of it all. It's not for me.
But you're a runner.
I am a runner.
And that's like a totally different.
It's a different skill set, but I think they overlap a lot. Like a lot of my friends that are also runners love Pilates, and I want to be there with them. I want to be under the blue lights with them.
I don't like solid core.
I don't either.
Hot take of I love Pilates. I love reformers, but I hate solid core. There's my hot take.
It's so intense, and there's so much math. Well, that's one. There is so much math to group fitness classes, like berries.
5, 6, 7.
Like go up to a 3.5, and then we're going to do that for 5 seconds. Count down 5, 4. I'm like, why? I feel like I'm having flashbacks to like middle school. I just want to run. I want to do my little low impact workouts and call it a day.
What's your take on rowing?
Rowing, I have no take.
Okay. Well, just because you went like this, and I was like, oh, are we back on a rower? Because I keep hearing people are getting back on rowers.
Like on a boat?
You know, like this is old school. Orange Theory sort of only exists anymore.
Okay.
But the way that they do some of their fitness, I'm trying to like imitate it, but you're sitting very low to the ground, and you're on these things where you put your feet up and you row, and it like you bend your knees.
Oh my god.
It's so intense.
That seems intense.
It's very intense. Too intense for someone like me. But you love running, so you might enjoy it.
That might be fun.
It's low impact. Yeah, we're gonna
Should we try it?
Again, not for me, but I'll find you a rower. And I love your feedback because it's lower impact, and so like longevity wise, it might be a good option.
I'll be down. That sounds interesting. I'm gonna
find a class that we can go to together. You'll laugh at how I row, but you'll probably
I'm gonna look stupid.
No, you're gonna be so good at it.
I think they're gonna love to see it. Okay. Bonus episode.
We have to go to your YouTube for that. We'll really do a crossover there. Okay, I can't wait. What else are you expecting in your 2026 wellness meets pop culture?
Ooh, a little prediction.
Yeah.
I do think, just to like jump over to like the matcha conversation really quick, I think matcha is going to be out in 2026.
I love that.
And I think that hojicha is going to be in.
Oh my gosh, I'm really into that.
Yeah, because I think it's like less caffeine. I feel like people are going to like want to be dialing back on their caffeine intake because we're all drinking too much caffeine. And there's like, I don't know how to say it right, and I'm going to sound really stupid, but like L-theanine.
You said that 100%
period.
right.
Yes!
Thank you.
I was going to be a bio major at one point. Me switching up.
I'm so into it.
There's like L-theanine in it to like help you like lock in and like really be focused, and I think people are going to be jumping towards that.
Okay, I love this.
I love it, but also I hate it because I hope it doesn't get the matcha treatment where it gets like played out and like overconsumed.
Fair.
What else in 2026? I hope run clubs keep going.
Okay. But the unpaid ones.
The unpaid ones,
Great.
yeah. And I think paddles are going to be in.
Paddles?
Yeah. I think we saw a little bit of like pickleball and stuff like that, but I think the tennises, the more pickleball, I feel like ping pong because of Marty Supreme.
I thought it was a new restaurant that opened up. Someone's like, do you want to go to Marty Supreme tonight?
That would be a really tea restaurant, right?
I was like, where did it open? That sounds so cool. She's like, that is a movie.
You know, they need to work on making that a restaurant because that sounds like a bomb LA restaurant.
Right? It would be such a good name.
Yes.
Um,
What do you think? What are your
I mean,
predictions?
I love paddle sports.
Yes.
I'm really into that. But there is a cost there.
Yeah.
And it's typically like an expensive cost.
Yeah.
But I heard for the first time, by heard, I mean I read, last November, December, like that was the first quarter that, I'm going to butcher this stat, that pickleball searches declined on Google.
Mm.
But I think that it's already like reached such a height that it's okay.
Yeah.
But I think there should be a resurgence of tennis because everyone's found all these different paddle sports, and tennis is actually like, I've been loving it.
Yeah.
And there aren't as many tennis clubs as there used to be because they're all like turned half pickle or half paddle
Right.
or padel, and there's like 6 different kinds of paddle. My sister plays the Midwest kind, and there's a kind out here.
Oh my God.
They're very different. Squash, like they're all just expensive. So that's
Yeah.
my only hesitation there. That still like makes the middle fall out even more.
I think it would be a very interesting opportunity to like bring that down to the middle. Or not, I don't want to say bring it down, but bring it to the middle.
Yeah.
Because tennis, I don't think tennis is like super expensive outside of getting like the racket. Like you just have to show up somewhere, right?
Yeah, but court reservations sometimes can be,
Oh,
depending like where you live,
Yeah.
they can be expensive.
Yeah.
To be on like a league or a team,
Mhm.
those get real expensive.
Yeah.
So, but it shouldn't be. I'm
it
with
shouldn't
you.
be. Yeah. If someone could like find a way to like make that affordable, if not like low cost or free,
Are
to like
we
bring people together,
making this a business?
I think
Wow.
so.
Okay.
We're actually putting the pieces together right now.
Great.
Business plan will be
You heard it right
submitted.
here first.
Right. But like some place to make a third space for people to actually be well and show up for wellness authentically and intentionally. I don't know if that's gonna happen in 2026, but I would love to see it.
Okay. I'm into that. Do you think there's a world? There was a place in London that I used to work at that had like a smoothie bar with like bowls and shakes and all these kinds of snacks, and they had 3 different kinds of fitness, and so it became a third space that people would go and hang out. Like I used to study there, I would do work there, and then I'd go take a class, and then I'd shower, and then I'd go do work again. Like I hung out there all day, and they probably got way too much of my spend, but it was because it was also like my co-working space and all of that. It doesn't really exist in the same way here. Do you think that that is something that would thrive here?
Here is in LA or here is in like the
I don't
US?
know. Tell me. I don't know.
Because I feel like that sounds. I was gonna ask you like, is that place called Equinox?
So you didn't need a membership to be there. It was like you bought a single class. Like I'd go take a Pilates class or a cycling class, and then anyone could just be there.
Oh,
Right.
that sounds amazing.
So it's not a club. There's no accessibility issue other than the price of the smoothie or the price of. It's like if Erewhon met Solid Core, but I don't like I don't like either.
Right.
I don't like any of that.
The vibes.
But yeah.
I think that could be so interesting because I think social clubs should be out in 2026.
Oh, say it louder.
I'm tired of it.
Yes.
We don't need it anymore.
Nope. Thank you.
But like to have something like that where like you can buy anything.
Right.
Or maybe just like show up, you know.
Right. Or nothing. Like there were some days where I'd bring my own little like RX bar,
Yes.
and I was like, I don't need anything today.
You know what? We need to have like a library version of all of that. Like just get you a little library card or like a.
I have a library card for the record. I'm the only person in LA that does.
I want to get one so bad.
There's a Baldwin Hills branch.
Is it so?
Oh man, I'm telling you it's something. I mean, I'm sure there's like fancy ones, but Baldwin Hills is lovely.
I love Baldwin Hills
Too.
so much. I want to go on library tours more.
Okay.
I've been seeing a lot of content about like
Wait.
the West Hollywood Library.
Should we go?
We should.
This is fat. I love that you've been seeing content on that. What kind of
Yes.
content?
People are just like, normalize going to
Okay, I'm shook.
normalize going to the library and just spending a day there. And the West Hollywood Library looks tea. It's so modern. Have you been?
No. So
It's
are we
so
gonna go
modern.
work from there one day?
We need to, actually.
Wow.
We'll edit this podcast in the West Hollywood Library.
We're gonna be there for like 4 days.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't wait.
But yeah, I think having like something like that where you just like need a card where it's not membership, it's like low cost or free, and
Okay.
you can just show up and have your smoothies, have your classes, have like a co-working space to like network and stuff.
I'm really into this.
Love it.
Okay. So social clubs are out, but this business idea is
Is
absolutely
so
in.
No one take it.
Or like just normalize it. If
Yeah.
you're not in LA, maybe like just
Start your own.
leave LA.
Get out.
Honestly though. Okay, on that note, thank you so much for this. Was so fun.
This was so
We've
much
giggled
fun.
hard.
This was a great time.
And this was your first being a guest on a podcast.
Yeah, my first time being a guest. I was so nervous, but like, you're an amazing host. So.
No, I'm just insane. Almost the same.
Me too.
Okay, thank you so much. We'll see you all next week.
Bye.